She sent me an email from
If anything, have you done for your GED?
And what I did for it,
What have you done?
I went to a class and then I tried to go yesterday. They canceled it and he also.
You went the day before court.
And I also went before.
Judge, she's been going. She's been going before even the last court date, and we
Prove it.
I can text you.
In this life, you are only as good as the proof that you don't have. If you don't have proof, you have nothing. Spoken word means absolutely nothing.
Judge, the instructor, I had an email from him that she sent me saying that she's been going to the classes and that class was canceled on the 4th yesterday. But she did, attempt to go to the class. So she's been going. She did already take a test, and this is the one where she did fail the first test.
Okay, pause for a second. Did you catch that? She failed the first test, but she's still showing up. What do you think? Does effort matter more in court, or is the judge right that only results count? Let me know in the comments.
8, 9, 10, 11 resets since May. You're now in December. You have had 5 to 6 months. Show me the money. Otherwise, it's not going to go well for you today, Ms. Dixon. Show me. 5 to 6 months.
And Judge, this was a case where she was paying for the classes, and then she had to then enroll into the free program, which she's been doing for the last little bit.
Are you playing Candy Crush? What's going on over there?
I'm trying to text you.
Texting who?
The instructor. Like, what I'm supposed to show you.
Candy Crush in court? Oh, come on. Imagine trying to convince a judge you're serious about your GED while casually triple matching candy bombs. That's a bold strategy. What would you do if you were the judge here?
Because the way I understand it, there are different modules that you do. You do science, you do language arts, you do math, you do, and whatever else it may be. You go through each section, you complete it, take a test, and then when you're done with everything, you take an overall test, and then you get a diploma.
That's not.
What have you done?
Basically explaining how everything's going to go, and I was going to finish everything else Wednesday when I was going to go, but the class was canceled.
Who is the provider that you have?
His name is.
Grab me a phone number, because I'd like to call them right now.
I have a number for you, Judge.
I'm going to put this on.
Oh, yeah. Charles Jackson.
Mr. Jackson? Yes, my name is David Pleicher. I'm a judge here in Harris County. And I have someone that's with me in our court, and she's doing a program with you guys to try to get a GED. I'd like to confirm that's Coriel Dixon. So Wednesday and Thursday, and then did you say every other Saturday? Okay. And then, so how does it work as far as getting the diploma? Do you do different classes as far as science, math, and how do you at the end get it? Can I put you, I have her in front of me. Can I put you on speakerphone so that she can hear this as well? Do you mind? Okay, hold on. So, I've got him. Okay,
Hello?
Mr. Jackson?
Order in the court, please.
Okay, tell me, how goes it?
So, yeah, it's kind of twofold. They take an assessment. Based on that assessment, allows me to know where the student is as far as their grade level in math and in reading. Based on that, they go on 2 tracks. And so one track is like a basic education where we're just literally working on kind of some elementary reading and math skills.
Okay.
Or a GED track where they're ready for GED contests. And so, yeah, and I usually just, go from there. I work with my GED students individually. And
how long does the process take? And how long can we expect it?
Well, so that's honestly kind of a loaded question. Depends on where they fall. I believe Courtroom scored pretty well.
Great.
So yeah, and I worked with people that have gotten the GED in 3 weeks. I worked with people that got the GED in 2 years.
Oh, yeah. I can't do 3 years. That's too much.
Well,
I know, I'm kidding.
No, I understand that.
She's been faithfully attending though? Yay or nay?
Yes.
Okay, great.
And with some consistency, 3 to 4 months, maybe less.
That sounds great.
That's just me ballparking.
I'd like to stick with it because I think at the end of the game, our goal here is that she ends with that diploma. And I think that would be a win for everybody. I'm calling you. I want to make sure that everything's going well, that she's faithfully attending and doing well. And it sounds like you're saying that this is what's been happening.
Yes.
Great. Okay, so I'm just going to continue everything. Just continue to go, Miss Dixon. I mean, you got, like what he's saying, if you continue at it 2 to 3 months, you'll end up with your diploma. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Jackson. I really appreciate your help. You've been great.
No problem, Judge. You take
Okay.
care.
You too. Thank you, sir. Bye. Great. Good job. Just keep at it. Okay. So let's set it 30 days. I want to ride this through. You're so close to being through. All you got to do is see it to the end, and then everything great will happen for you here as well. Okay. All right. Good job. All right. Morning, sir.
Thank you for seeing me, Judge.
Of course.
Come before you. I don't really know what I'm doing. I just know that I came before you and I was from out of state. You tried to help me, and I was kind of telling you that it was going to be dismissed anyway. I was here 9 days. They shipped me to Arkansas for 30 minutes. It was all done. Set to be dismissed on the 9th. However, the police that stopped me had my car towed and put a card in my property. And so my car was sitting there the whole time. And so I had to find my way back to Houston. Since I've been having Uber back and forth to try to, and I couldn't get my car. It was $540, now it's $1,400.
Wow.
So look, you got 4 days, sir, and we're gonna auction off your car. But then they said if the judge you went before, if he gives you an order, we will release your car, zero balance. Again, Judge,
I
Send him
can't
to the
give you
top.
an order to give you your car back. That would be me, in essence, ordering a company that does business to lose money to give you your car back because you don't want to pay to get the car back.
I don't want them to lose money. The thing is, my car was towed erroneously. I was at home. That's why I want to show you the police report. And I was at
You to
home.
file a complaint with the police, internal affairs. If you're telling me that if something was done illegally, immorally, or whatnot, you need to file paperwork with that appropriate agency. But I cannot order a private company to return something to you. I don't have that kind of jurisdiction.
What do they mean if you get a judge's order and we release it?
Maybe a civil judge's order. I'm a criminal court judge. The only time I can ever order any kind of property return would be if it's confiscated by the state and they're holding it. So let's say you get arrested, you get pulled over, and you have a gun on you, right? They take your gun and they put it in the HPD property room, right? In that respect, under certain circumstances, I may be able to order them to return it because it's in the care, custody, and control of the state via HPD. Here, your car was towed by a private company and they're holding it, and it sucks. I get it that the bill has ballooned as much as it has. If you ever have a problem, you can always file a complaint with the bail bond, not the bail bond board, but there is a actual board for, there's a towing board too,
There
isn't
is,
there?
I'm looking at it, yes.
It's a towing regulation.
There's
There's
a,
a request for a hearing, but I'm reading that it's got to be before the 14th day after the vehicle was removed, is that you have to submit a tow request. The forms are all here. It's 50.
and maybe the fact, right, maybe the fact that you're in custody may toll. I don't know. But I'm not versed on that kind of, and I'm not, number one, number two, I'm not allowed to even give legal advice, but I don't know. But I can't order them to give you your car back. You know, that would literally be me telling them, hey, man, you know, just forget about all the money that you've made by holding the car. Just give the man his property back. I can't do that. I don't have the jurisdiction. Maybe a civil court under certain circumstances may order it back, but you'd have to file a lawsuit. You'd have to file some kind of paperwork.
I'm gonna pray for a miracle.
What I would do, perhaps, can you get on a payment plan with them and say, hey, look,
Try that. They zero tolerance. I mean, honestly, I
and I have
think,
to understand, because imagine how many times they've probably gotten yanked,
who knows?
you know?
I wish.
But theoretically, even if I were to give you a court order now, they'd have to, my guess would, they would hire a lawyer, file a motion to quash my order, saying that, hey, he doesn't have the proper jurisdiction to do this, right? And then they may come after you for attorney's fees. My
manager's like, hey, man, if you go to order, I'll release your car to you. He understood what happened. He said, man, just bring me something. I'll release it to you. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go try.
And you know, a lot of times they say stuff just to get you out, you know, but I can't. I'm sorry. But like I said, perhaps if you talk with the owner, you may be able to negotiate something with them. If you talk with if you talk with someone who has no power to negotiate, you always, if you talk to the right person, if you talk to them at the right time, you may get what you want. So don't go to them at 4:00 in the afternoon because they've been working, they're tired, they've probably dealt with a lot of people. All they want to do is go home, but go there first thing in the morning, try to get to the owner and say, hey, look, here's my circumstance. Here's the proof. Work with me. I want my car back. And I don't know, what do you think? Anything else, Freya?
No, I'll help him out with the tow lot information, and I also have got a copy of HPD's agreement with private tow lots, so that maybe that can help him out.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But, you never know. You know, it doesn't hurt to try. So just keep trying it.
I'm praying for that.
Yeah, look.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
You want them in the middle?
Hey, shh. All right, good morning, Mr. Cordova. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. It's a Class A misdemeanor. You're looking at up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Looks like they're going to reduce it to a first. You need to understand that it's still 2 on your record now. So after today, bless you. You ever get pulled over with the faintest smell of alcohol, dope, whatever it may be, what do you think's going to happen? What's going to happen? Not with me. From now on, you've now graduated to felony court. 2 and 2 make 3. A third DWI, you're looking at a third-degree felony, a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. And I'm going to tell you that you don't have to be falling down piss-ass drunk where you urinated and puke everywhere. Just the faintest smell of alcohol. They're going to look your record. They're going to assume if it walks like a duck
And there it is, the brutal truth. Even the faintest smell is enough to wreck your life in felony court. Here's a question. Should repeat DWI offenders get zero tolerance like this, or do you think there should be more chances? Drop your take. I want to hear it.
That was bad. Wait till you get to felony court. All you have to do is don't get into a car, even if you've had a sip. One button on a phone, $30 will take you wherever you want to go in this life. No matter where you want to go. How much money have you spent? I want you to know that you are now skirting, by doing this probation here, the mandatory 5 days in jail that you would normally be having to do. But I want you to understand that I'm going to hold you to this probation. Shh. And if you fail to do what you're supposed to do, I'm telling you now, I'm going to lock you up. And if I find that you have a problem with dope, you have a problem with alcohol, I can and will most probably put you in a rehab facility in the jail. Do you understand? No alcohol means no alcohol from any source, no matter how long, whether you're a month away from completing probation, whether you're 1 week. I can't tell you how many times people get back here because they say, oh man, I've got a month left on probation. I've got 2 weeks. They're not going to do anything. Boom, you get tested on the last week of probation. So get ready. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. You can never take this off. You understand? This is what you want to do. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty and I'm going to sentence you to 180 days in jail. I will probate that for 12 months. As part of the probation for you to successfully complete it, you must do a repeat offender DWI education class. You must do 1 victim impact panel, a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill that. It could be intensive outpatient treatment. It could be supportive outpatient treatment. It may be something else. If they assess something further, you must complete it. No drugs, alcohol, random urinalysis, guardian interlock, no breath test refusal. If you were pulled over in a car and an officer asks you to submit to a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation.
Your Honor, if I may, Mr. Cordova has a scram and he'd like to keep that because he has hired a driver. We know it's a first DWI. DPS, sometimes they may come back and do a hard suspension or 90-day, and we don't want any missteps. So he's okay with that if the court is.
Problem is, I've been paying it for you now. I can't pay for it anymore. You're going to be responsible for this thing on your own now. That thing right there is $500 a month that I've been eating, so you don't have to pay for it. So I don't know how your finances are, but an interlock is typically, what, $100 a month? I don't know, but it's at least double if not more, than what an interlock costs.
Can you afford that?
That's fine.
I can't pay for it. I don't, while he's on probation, I can't pay for things.
And that's just my concern. If he gets the breathalyzer, he's not driving, then it's going to be a violation because he's not driving.
We do portable devices.
We tried that, Judge. I don't trust those. I've had a lot of, I think he feels the same. There's been so many issues.
It's up to you. I'm happy, whatever you do, just make sure you maintain compliance. Don't stop charging it. Don't stop paying for it, because at that point, all we're going to end up doing is issuing a warrant for your arrest. $100 donation to the Houston Food Bank and 30 hours of community service. Give children. How many kids you got? I'd rather, instead of the community service, do a parenting class. I think
Right,
people
sure.
would be better served with doing a parenting class and just mindless
I think that's very.
dumbass work on the street. Forget about it. No, you're better served learning things in this life than to just do menial work. The idea is that you learn so that you don't come back and that you don't graduate to felony status, because then I'll tell you what, this is going to be hard on you. But when you end up with a felony on your record, it closes so many doors. It's unreal. You lose the right to vote. You want social services from the state. Forget about it. Not when you're a convicted felon. It just closes so many doors. So you need to do everything in your power to prevent that from happening. How do you plead to this? You said guilty? How do you plead? All right, I'll find you guilty. I'll send you to this agreement. One more thing is there are fines and fees that you're going to be required to pay. There's a supervisory fee that you're going to be required to pay for this DWI. It's a $6,000 fee. We will give you time to pay it. I give him 2 years.
We did discuss, he makes a good salary, but he's got 5 children. So I don't know if the court would consider waiving that or.
So what we typically do is we give him 2+ years to pay it, and it ends up being like $100 a month. Just don't stop paying it, What I'll do is I'll waive the court costs.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Okay, so that'll take off like $500, but
Right.
you'll have to pay the supervisory fee. It's a lot, but we'll give you time to pay it, and don't stop, because if you stop, we will issue a warrant, and your butt's going to sit $100 for every 1 day for every $100 you owe. Hopefully, this is enough to get your attention, because at the end of the day, you're walking out of here when you should be doing jail time.
Right.
So it's going to cost you a pretty penny, but hopefully that's enough to get your attention. You understand?
Sure.
Okay, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I have to suspend a license.
No, and that's,
I'll do it for a year, and then, show me that you're good. I'll entertain an occupational later on if he's doing well and in compliance with the probation.
sounds good. Thank you.
6,000.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here on Ricardo Vargas, Narcissus, Narces.
Is it under Vargas? Yes, I see it. Yeah. Okay.
Page 24.
What would you like to do?
Thank you, Judge. We're asking to roll this till Monday. My client's getting his interlock literally right now in his appointment. The supervision order's already been submitted by the state, I believe. She just told me that a few seconds ago.
Can I sign it, or you want me to wait, Morgan, since he doesn't have the interlock yet? Yeah, I think that we're talking about Vargas. He's getting his interlock today, but you guys, did you submit a PTI order already?
I was supposed to
Hold it, right?
delete that and hold it till Monday.
Yeah, okay.
because we need proof
Then,
of that.
yeah, we'll do that. All right.
And that's all we plan to do. We'll have it ready, Judge. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Morning, Judge. I'm approaching on a bond violation for Mr. Lazo Morphine, Lazo. He's here in the translator is here, Judge.
Okay. Lori, why are you still here? Just go. I'll call you if he shows. I mean, it's 11:45. What's the last name? Oh, I'll call you if he shows.
Morphine.
Why are you here?
Tengo corte hoy.
I have court today.
No kidding.
De veras.
You don't say. ¿Por qué también estás aquí, señor Lazo?
Nomás porque tengo corte.
Just because I have court.
You have a bond violation.
Una violación de su fianza.
They are telling me
Give me
that you are tampering with your Scram device,
el grillete.
specifically at
Específicamente,
1 in the morning on
1 de la mañana,
October 15th.
el 15 de
Judge,
octubre.
with that,
Pues con
there's
eso
not very much
no hay
information
mucha
listed on that PR. I looked further
información.
into it. The tamper lasted a duration of 25 hours and
Duró
51
25 horas y
minutes.
51
And alcohol was
minutos y
detected,
alcohol fue
but could not
detectado,
be
pero no
confirmed
pudo ser
on that
confirmado.
tamper as well.
Ese caso de manipulación también.
What they're telling me is that you tampered with the device for about 25 hours
5 horas.
and alcohol was detected during that time.
Yo ni siquiera he movido el aparato y el alcohol no he tomado nada.
I haven't even moved
No
the
drink
device and
They're
I
telling me.
didn't drink any alcohol. Eso no es lo que me está indicando.
Sí, pero yo no he tomado nada,
I
nada que
haven't
he
drank
tomado,
anything.
nada.
Nothing.
Y esto ni,
They're telling me.
Eso
ni
no
lo
es
he
lo que me están
movido.
diciendo. I haven't
no lo he
moved it.
movido
I
nada.
haven't moved it or anything.
That's not what they're telling me.
Eso no es lo que ellos me están
Pues
indicando.
no sé cómo, pero si yo no lo
Well, I
he
don't know how I
movido.
haven't moved it.
Y ni he tomado
I
nada,
haven't
nada.
drank or anything.
Nada.
I unfortunately don't know
Nuevamente,
how
no sé
you tamper
cómo
with the
fue
device, Mr. Lazo,
manipulado,
but from what I understand,
pero por lo que
I want you
entiendo,
to listen.
quiero que escuche.
You have somehow
De alguna
tampered
manera
with the device.
ha
The
interferido
device is supposed to maintain a constant contact with your skin,
con su piel.
and the device
El aparato
lost contact with your skin for 25 hours.
Pues no.
Not only
I don't know why.
did it lose
No
contact, but during that duration,
solamente ese
they also
también
tested alcohol.
resultó en detector alcohol.
No he tomado alcohol, no sé por qué decir que alcohol, no he tomado nada. Desde que él me dijo que no tomara, no he
Since you
tomado
told
nada.
me I haven't, since
No
you told me
tomo
not
nada.
to, I haven't drank anything. I don't know why.
You got?
¿Qué tiene usted?
Well, Judge,
Bueno, es
I mean, this is my client's word
la palabra de mi cliente
versus
en contra
technology.
de la tecnología.
Being that it's an imperfect world, I
Es un
would
mundo
request the
imperfecto
court
de
admonish
que la
him
corte lo
and
amoneste
make sure he gets the
y que se
problem fixed.
asegure de que entienda.
Sorry, Mr. Lazo. You tampered with the device for 25 hours. What am I supposed to do? Just let you go?
¿Qué es lo que debería hacer? ¿Dejarlo ir?
No sé por qué, digo que siempre lo traigo igual, lo traigo donde
I don't
mismo.
know.
Y
I have
anda la
it
piel
the same
ahí.
every time. That's my skin.
Sí.
Judge, this is a second
Pues este
DWI,
es un segundo
constitute
caso
car
de
accident. I think you should go zero tolerance.
Yeah.
accidente. Pienso
I
que
agree.
debería ser otro
Taking you in.
Sí.
I'm sorry.
Entrar, lo siento.
The bond is set now at,
Entonces le ponemos entonces ahora
it's at $100. I'll set it at 5,001.
5,001.
Mr. Lazo, I need you to understand that we mean business. You can't tamper with the device for 25 hours. And they detect alcohol and think that
alcohol,
good things are going to happen.
si no hace eso, buenas cosas hubieran sucedido.
No alcohol, nada, nunca. Y esto
Nothing,
siempre anda
no
igual.
alcohol, it's always the
No lo he
same.
movido.
The device tells me differently.
El aparato me está informando.
Goes with you.
Yo respeto.
I respect the things that you told me.
That's all. Please.
You need someone from the state?
Stay, please. You are Carlos Gomez.
Yes, sir.
Shh. Mr. Gomez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 12 months. Is this a second being reduced to a first? Is it a true first?
No, Judge, so he had a prior DWI that was dismissed via our PTI program.
Okay, so repeat offender then. Okay, the reason I'm asking you is because, or the reason I'm asking is because we have different types of education programs. You already did one education program and that didn't take. So now we have to do the repeat offender DWI education class in hopes that that one works, because you pick up another one. From now on, you will be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. Do you understand? You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, this will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. What do you think an officer is going to do if they come up to your car, they see DWI dismissed, DWI conviction, and then they smell alcohol? What do you think they're going to do? Sorry?
They'd take me.
I would venture a guess, no questions asked. Don't matter if it's just even the faintest smell of alcohol, faintest smell of weed, anything funky in your car, they smell it, they're going to take you down, because all they look at, your priors and what you smell like. That 2 and 2 together, that's all they look at. Do you understand?
Sure.
So I would never, even if you had just a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car, because it's a huge and it's a humongous financial gamble. Do you understand?
Sure.
As part of this agreement, you will do, like I said, the repeat offender DWI education class, 1 victim impact panel. You will also do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions like intensive outpatient treatment, supportive outpatient treatment program, you must fulfill those additional things. Substance abuse treatment, no drugs, no alcohol, random urinalysis, no breath test refusal. So if you're pulled over in a car and an officer asks you to submit to a breath sample, you must take it. Guardian interlock, 23 hours of community service, and a $100 one-time donation to the Houston Food Bank. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Sure.
If you fail to live up to your side of the bargain, you test positive for alcohol, don't do your classes on time. If you pick up a new case, if you drive on a suspended license, we will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to roll you back out here in Orange. We're going to discuss whether you violated your probation. If you did, you're looking at 180 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Still want to do this? Okay, how do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Okay.
I'll find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, send you to it. Max, about the fines and fees and surcharges, what do you do for a living, sir?
Driving.
What kind of money do you make? You have a CDL?
Yes, I got CDL. Right.
You realize that the CDL is now going to be suspended. You realize that a second DWI conviction, you'll lose that CDL for life. Do you realize that? Yeah, a second DWI conviction, you'll lose the CDL for a life. When you are a CDL driver, you are held to a higher standard. The entire world is at a 0.08 legally, right? For what they consider intoxication. When you have a CDL, it's even lower. It's at a 0.04 or 0.05. You are held to a higher standard because you were supposed to be better, do better because of that CDL. you will be required to pay the supervisory fees. And I want you to understand that if you don't pay it, you will go to jail. Every $100 that you owe is 1 day in jail that you will do. So we have to get through to you somehow. I hope that this is it. But you got to understand that on our streets, every single day, someone dies from a DWI. And it's truly a pathetic and sad thing. That's what we are trying to prevent. And I hope that this is the last time.
Okay.
You understand? Because if not, we have a jail just waiting for you. All right. Good luck, sir. All right. So 3,000 and then whatever the court costs are and then 2 years.
$0.228.
I don't have the paper here.
This is the one we were emailing. He was on for today and then.
Yes, she put on for tomorrow and then I guess I sent an email to keep it on for today. And I guess I never got it.
You have the case number?
No, do you mind?
252-8814.
That trial case we have, Judge, where we came to that global resolution with Fort Bend's DWI court.
And now you have bond violations. You have an open DWI here. You have an open DWI in Fort Bend. And now you have bond violations.
Judge, I think we can explain. Yeah. Judge, he works for Mattel, the toy company, and his shift was starting at 9 o'clock and the company changed it. It sounds like quickly changed it to 6:30 a.m. Takes him about 45 minutes to get there. I have his logs where he's logged in showing 6:30. His granddad is driving him to work. It takes about 45 minutes. My understanding is he communicated with pretrial about the need to get to work or that he went to work. And hopefully it would, if we had the GPS data, it would show that he went from his home to his place of work straight.
Any other violations?
No, Judge.
So what are the timing violations?
It was an unapproved leave, so he left early at 5:41 in the morning, and his curfew is at 6, or he's allowed to leave at 6.
Okay, that's it?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, I'm not gonna ding you on that. Just,
We would like to ask you to consider making it from 6 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. Would that allow you to get to work by 6:30?
yes. I'm okay with that, Troy. I mean, if it's just a matter of trying to get to work and that's the nature of the violation, I get it. But come to us first. If they change your duties at work, if they change your time at work, you got to come and let us know so that we can change it for you. Don't just start doing things on your own because then things go haywire. You have to answer up. So I'm okay with you going to work. I'm okay if you need more time, but ask, okay? And you want 5:30 in the morning?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, you got it.
And so we thought the setting in Fort Bend was yesterday. We thought it was going to be on 12/4. It's on 12/20. He's supposed to be entering into a DWI program. It looks like there's some steps I'm trying to keep up with. What
Want
he
us to
needs
set it the
do.
day after that day or the couple days after?
Beginning of the year? I mean, do you have I don't mind coming back if you have dockets.
Yeah, we don't go anywhere. We're here, so I would like to hopefully end this before the end of the year. That way he's in the program throughout the holidays. That way there's no temptation, throughout that time. So what day in Fort Bend do you have court?
December 20th.
December 20th. Okay, so why don't we set it, that's that Friday. So if you want to set it the next week, any day, not Monday though, because I'm going to be gone that Monday, but any other day other than that Monday, I'm okay with. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And any chance he can drive, Judge? He has the interlock device, right?
Yes, I have one.
I'm not, no. Don't push your luck. You have 2 open DWIs. I'm not letting you drive. No, you scare me, dude. No. And it's nearing the holidays. Get in the program and then we're done here. Right? You're off mine. I think this case gets dismissed, right?
Yes, sir.
Once this case gets dismissed, you're under no more of my jurisdiction. You can do whatever you want, right? So it's an incentive to get you to work this thing, to get this thing done once and for all. I mean, you're literally in the home stretch, right? You got what? About 2 weeks, you're in. All right. Do what you need to do, get in. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, good luck. Can you see whether he's given a PR bond? I know, he just bonded out, that's why. But we need to do conditions, that's why. But I want to know whether he bonded out or they give him a PR bond, because I don't see it. It's not.
It was a surety bond.
It was, okay.
Let me look at the other one.
Is this a situation?
It was surety bond on both of them.
Mr. Tujakas, I hope that you understand that we mean business. I will protect every person of Harris County. I don't care who you are. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what gender you are. I don't care if you're a small farm animal. I will protect every single person. You don't put your hands on anyone. And if you pick up a third case, I'm going to do la cucaracha on all of your bonds. Do you understand? I'm going to go absolutely bonkers on your bonds if you pick up a third case. You are not to have any contact with any of the complaining witnesses in these cases. You're not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs. You're not to be in possession of any weapons. Anything else, State?
You said no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons. We would also say no contact with the complainant,
Yeah.
Judge.
I
And
think that
maybe a
goes without
residency
saying.
restriction.
So we did a,
He lives there.
we removed the residential restriction yesterday, the residential restriction, because council said that he lived at that address, but I need to make sure now that he's out that she's not living there. Do you have? Oh, she's in custody. That's right. That's right. She's in jail. Okay, so no, I'm going to leave it as, so the complaining witness is in custody here with us because she has an open PCS out of Travis County. And I don't, do you still have the cause number on that one? Is there a bond that's?
Number yet, it's bond denied, so
It's bond denied? Okay, so it's bond denied, so she can't get out until that 10th day hits, at which point we will set a bond and then go from there. So you know now what's expected of you. Don't mess up. Do you understand? You must also remain in contact with your lawyers. If your lawyers tell me that they can't get a hold of you because you're playing games and you're not responding to phone calls, text messages, likewise, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm not asking for much. I just I want my county protected. That's it. And I'm going to do it at all costs. Do you understand? Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Got it. So he's going to be monitored through pretrial, just for no alcohol, no dope. Good morning, Mr. Egan. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On November 28th, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on defendant's motor vehicle after observing it pass him at a high rate of speed, make multiple lane changes, and swerve in and around cars in a reckless manner. Officer accelerated to catch up to defendant and reached speeds of over 100 miles per hour to keep up with him. The defendant traveled about 7 miles in about 4 minutes. Upon contact with the defendant, officer observed glassy eyes, a strong odor of alcoholic beverage, an open beer can in the center console, a 6-pack of beer in the passenger seat, and spilt beer that was still cool to the touch in the front passenger seat.
Drinking while driving?
Yes, Judge. The defendant admitted to drinking. SFSTs were conducted, 4 out of 6 HGN, 6 out of 8 walk and turn, 2 out of 4 one-leg stand. DICs were read and consented to. The defendant blew a .147 and a .139. He does have an eligible driver's license, Judge.
Can you look to see if he has any prior DWIs, please?
He had a DWI out of Travis County, but he was released without prosecution, Judge. So it's just a charge.
2 things. I am ordering you not to drive at all. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, Mr. Egan. This is a promise that you're going to make to me that you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. I don't care if Mother Teresa needs a ride to church. If I find that you drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive because it's an offense in and of itself. Do you understand? I'm also now ordering you to obtain a handheld interlock device that you're going to take with you everywhere you go to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol. At the next time, if I find that you violate conditions, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand me? We are sending a court order to DPS in Austin so that every single officer in this state will know that if you are pulled over, any car that you're to drive must have an ignition interlock on it. I'm ordering you not to drive at all. But if at some point you do, by some miracle, get the ability to drive, I'm ordering you not to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it. So if you're caught driving a vehicle and it doesn't have an interlock on it, you will go to jail. Do you understand? And then if I find that you drive, we can have a contempt hearing. So just don't drive and don't use alcohol. Do you understand? Or illegal drugs. We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'll get you to Ramona Senate.
No, sir. You're still talking. Sorry.
I will get you to Ramona sign a reset. You will then get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and after that, we'll let you go. Don't pick up any new cases. Behave yourself, because I'm going to tell you now, Mr. Egan, I will do everything in my power to protect my streets. And if that means locking you up and putting your bond in a sky-high amount, I'll do it in a heartbeat. Do you understand? All right.
Our next one is going to be Ms. Sanchez on 21. Yes.
Good morning, Ms. Sanchez. Ma'am, you were charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
We're in a dating relationship for 5 years. On November 27th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a residential home in Harris County, Texas, in reference to a family assault in progress. The officer contacted the complainant on the phone and could hear him screaming in pain, telling the defendant to get off of him and to stop pulling his hair. Officer asked the complainant if the defendant was still assaulting him, and the complainant responded yes. Defendant fled the scene on foot when officers arrived. The complainant gave the direction of travel to the officer. The complainant stated he and the defendant had been putting up Christmas lights after drinking and an argument ensued. The complainant said the defendant began attacking him by pulling his hair, causing pain. The complainant fell to the ground and the defendant proceeded with kicking him. The complainant said that when the defendant drinks, she gets aggressive and wants to fight. Officers returned the defendant to scene and she would not cooperate, was yelling obscenities at the complainant, and was acting belligerently.
Okay. Ms. Sanchez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I will randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you don't have anyone to pony up $5,000 to $10,000 on the bond for you, guess what happens? You'll be stuck like Chuck until this case is over with. And I'm going to tell you, it takes damn near 9 months just to get a 911 tape. Behave while you're out there in the free world, or I will take the free world away from you.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Tell me, what do you do for a living?
I'm a recruiter, skilled trades, and then operations coordinator.
You have an income.
Not at this moment. I recently got laid off in October.
Okay. I have an application already on file. Do you want a court-appointed lawyer, ma'am?
At this time, yes, sir. If you could, please.
We need to talk about the complaining witness.
So Conrad has spoken to the complainant and he would like no contact as well as a residency restriction, Judge.
Okay. You heard that, Ms. Sanchez. There's a protective order that has been issued in this case. The protective order was issued on November 28th. I would suggest you get to know it. If you violate the protective order, they can and will file a violation of a protective order against you, and that is the capital murder of misdemeanors. It's one of the worst cases you could pick up over here.
Oh, yes,
Do you
sir.
understand? So
Yes, sir.
don't have any contact with them,
That's not a problem, sir.
be in possession of weapons, and don't go back to the house listed on the protective order, which is at the Woodlands West.
That is not a problem, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Ramona. We'll have you get with Felicia for your bond conditions, then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we
Yes,
find your lawyer. Please. Do you mind filing no contact and no weapons, please?
Yes, Judge. And did you also say no alcohol or?
Oh, you know, don't worry about it, because since she's monitored, don't even worry about it. Right.
All right, Sertucci on page 22. S-E-R. Did I pronounce it?
Sign it?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me a second. Let me see.
Morning, Connor.
Morning, sir.
Judge, does Ms. Sanchez have any documents to sign? With me.
Yeah, she will with Felicia. She's getting monitored.
Okay.
Um, All right, so you are Justin Sertucci.
Sir.
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On November 27th of 2024, officers were dispatched to a person down call at the intersection of Bagby and Elgin Street. Officers observed the defendant's motor vehicle stopped in a moving lane of traffic. HFD advised that when they arrived earlier, the defendant was in the driver's seat behind the wheel with his foot on the brake and the vehicle in drive. HFD EMT further advised that when the driver woke up, he admitted to having been drinking. Officers observed a strong odor of alcoholic beverage and glassy eyes on the defendant. SFSTs were conducted, 6 out of 6 HGN, 8 out of 8 walk and churn, 4 out of 4 one-leg stand. On the way to JPC, the defendant threw up in the patrol vehicle. DICs were read but refused, and a search warrant for blood was signed and executed. He does have an eligible driver's license, Judge. He doesn't have any prior DWIs, but he has juvenile history.
Okay. Mr. Sertucci, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have valid liability insurance in your name? You have car insurance?
Sir.
All right. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using alcohol or illegal drugs, your bond will be revoked. You will go to jail. No more PR bonds. You understand?
Sir.
I see that you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, we will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Mr. Saman. He'll tell you when you have to come back to court. For now, I'll have you sign a receipt with Ramona. We'll have you get with your bond conditions with Felicia, and then we'll have you take a seat in the back, wait for Mr.
Sir.
Omar. All right? Please.
One last one, Your Honor. I skipped her by accident, page 3,
It's okay.
Blackburn. Blackburn.
Is it Chaston?
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 Yes,
Miss
sir.
Blackburn, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. On the gun case, you're facing up to a year and or a $4,000 fine. And on the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, ma'am. Okay.
Officers were conducting an unrelated fatal accident investigation when they observed the defendant's vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed toward the blocked portion of the roadway. Officers saw the defendant disregard a barricade and were able to successfully get the defendant to stop by shouting verbal commands and utilizing their flashlights. Upon contact, officers observed a moderate odor of alcoholic beverage, glassy, watery, bloodshot eyes, and slurred speech. The defendant admitted to having 3 drinks at a nearby bar and was temporarily detained. SFSTs were conducted, 4 out of 6 HGN, 4 out of 8 walk and turn, and 2 out of 4 one-leg stand. DICs were read and breath was consented to. The defendant blew a .086 and a .084. During search of the vehicle, officers located a handgun within the center console. She doesn't have any priors, Judge, and she does have an eligible driver's license.
All right, Ms. Blackburn, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using alcohol or drugs, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you have a lawyer, ma'am?
No.
Tell me, what do you do for a living?
I've been stay at her mom since I was 21. I just started a part-time job at HEB 2 days a week.
Okay, so you're married?
Married.
What does your husband do for a living?
We're in real estate.
Okay, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No. I'll have to speak to him. He can try.
So what we'll do is I can give you time.
Okay.
You know, what we normally do is we reset cases for 30 days to give you time to go hire a lawyer. But this is a DWI and there's a lot of timing requirements with the DWI. So don't just sit and wait a month or 2 months because you're only hurting yourself. You need to get on it. You need to get on it quick. Okay. If you have any issues, you can come back and tell us and then we can go from there. Okay. For now, I'll have you go to Ramona, sign a reset. We'll get with Felicia for your bond conditions. And after that, you'll be free to go. All right. Thanks.
Oh,